Democrats praise Trump after NATO deal shocks the world. CNN's smiling, MSNBC is nodding, and Democrats finally realize they can't outnegotiate the art of the deal. Trump just flipped NATO, Europe's footing the bill, and Ukraine, they're getting exactly what they begged for without draining the U.S. taxpayer. You know what I need you to do, people. Like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's get into it.
Hurry up.
If I was Vladimir Putin today and hear you speaking about what you were planning to do in 50 days and this announcement, I would reconsider whether I should not take negotiations about Ukraine more seriously than I was doing at the moment, if I was Vladimir Putin. But when I'm Ukraine, I think this is really great news for that. So I really want to thank you for that. And it means the Europeans paying for it. And again, I mentioned all these countries, we will deal with that. And exactly as you said, it might also mean that countries will move equipment fast into Ukraine and then the US later backfilling it because speed is of the essence here. So really, thank you. This is important. Thank you.
Translation, and you know we like translations. Trump just sent Putin a message with a smile. I'm not Biden, and you're not going to play me. NATO's finally paying up. Trump got them to increase their defense spending to 5% GDP. They used to whine about 2%. Now they're begging to show they're serious. This isn't weakness, it's leverage. And now Europe's paying U.S. companies to build weapons, just to replace the ones they're using in Ukraine. That's how you flip a war into a win for America.
I am very happy at the moment of the U.S.-NATO role. We're on the back of the NATO summit where almost every one of our European allies agreed to a 5% of GDP. That's more than we spend in terms of GDP. We spend about 3.5. So Europe is waking up to the need to meet the defense spending. So with that as backdrop, here comes the Secretary General, Mark Rutte. I know him well. He's a 14-year prime minister of the Netherlands. He has managed the Trump account quite well. And here's the point, Kate. What I'm watching for is Mark Rutte to say, in the presence of the president, yes, we are going to take the weapon systems that the United States is going to provide to Ukraine. We will purchase them and we will send them on to Ukraine. It's a very nice win-win. That's the key thing to watch as this visit unfolds.
Oh, now they're waking up. It took Trump pulling out the bill saying, "You owe us." Isn't it funny how CNN finds their patriotism when Europe pulls out their credit card and starts swiping? Remember, Democrats mocked Trump for pushing NATO around. But now that the end result is money for Ukraine and pressure on Putin, suddenly he's a genius.
On some nights last week, more than 700 drones and missiles were over Ukraine, many of them over Kyiv. The damage was largely in civilian areas. These were not, for the most part, military targets. So, yeah, that's not nice. So for 6 months now, President Trump has been alternating between making threats about Russia and returning to his initial hope that he could negotiate a peace deal. He finally seems to understand that without more pressure, he's not going to get anything like a resolution of this conflict, which he often speaks about emotionally. He speaks about the death on the battlefield, hundreds and thousands of people killed.
MSNBC just said Trump finally gets it. They must have swallowed a truth pill by accident. Here's the truth. Trump's always understood leverage. He's just done pretending nice words stop bombs. What's changed isn't Trump, it's the media narrative. He's emotional now? Oh, please. He's always cared about stopping bloodshed. But y'all didn't want to hear it until it helped your narrative.
Ambassador Taylor, we heard the NATO Secretary General call this weapons deal a big deal. And he said, understandably, the president wants Europe to step up. And he says this is Europe stepping up, paying for these weapons that are going to be made here in the U.S. or sent to NATO from the U.S., sold to NATO. How big of a deal is this? How do you see it impacting Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia?
That's a big deal.
It's a very big deal. I've heard $10 billion in some sense, plus or minus. But that's a lot of funds. That's a lot of weapons. And as Vaughn says, these are weapons that are already in Europe. These are probably Patriot systems that are already in, let's say, Germany, that can go quickly into Ukraine and defend Ukrainian cities, defend the Ukrainian military, defend civilians. They can go quickly in there, and the Germans then will buy replacements from the U.S. So this is a big deal.
You know it's serious when even MSNBC can't spin it. They tried fishing for a "but Trump is bad" moment and didn't get it. Europe's buying from us. We're not shipping cash, we're selling weapons. That's jobs. That's how you make foreign policy benefit the American worker, not just the DC war machine. He got zero credit for ending the wars. But now that he's supporting one under conditions that favors Europe and makes money for America, the liberal media finally claps. So let me ask you this. Did they ever really care about Ukraine? Or did they just care about making Trump look like Putin's pet? Now that he's squeezing Putin and making NATO carry their own weight, they're forced to admit he was right. And that burns them more than any missile ever could. The bottom line is, Trump got NATO to stop freeloading and start spending. Europe's paying America to send missiles. Ukraine got the tools without us cutting another blank check. And for once, Democrats had to admit the man that they've hated since 2015 actually got it done. What does that tell you? They don't hate his results. They hate who's delivering them. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Should America ever pay for Europe's defense again? Is Trump changing how we define leadership on the world stage? What do these media flip-flops really say about their priorities? Did Democrats really care about Ukraine or just the narrative? And are we watching the return of real foreign policy leverage? If you're tired of footing the bill while other countries coast, you know what I need you to do, people. Like this video, subscribe, ring that bell, and share this with somebody who still believes CNN tells the truth. Thanks again for watching, people. God bless. Listen.